You saw Giannis get hurt?
I hate to see injuries, especially to our best players. But Giannis or no Giannis, the Bucks wasn't going nowhere this year. Period. I know they beat the Celtics. Them cats lost to Toronto. They losing to Brooklyn. They losing to everybody, dog. Like, even if they had Giannis, I don't got the Bucks going nowhere this year. And if they got to see Miami or 76ers, they can book their flight to Cancun right now.
Damn,
Period.
It's just over?
Man, they toast, dog. They ain't got their body languages off. They just not giving me that same aura. When the Bucks come in, they had like a presence to themselves. They ain't got. I don't see that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like Giannis, he's still killing, but it's just something don't seem right.
What's the Bucks' identity, P?
Man, give Giannis the ball, get the out the way, and then we just not gonna play no defense.
Well, can't be 4 out.
Hope Dame can save him at the end. That's it, dog.
Right. They don't have no defensive presence.
No defensive presence. And you got two of the best defensive big men in the league, in Giannis and Brook Lopez. Yeah. So they ain't got no athleticism at the wing. Yeah, that's what they missing.
Brook was, yeah, man. I was sitting back thinking about their toughness, and I was thinking about when they added on Bobby Portis, they brought in Pat Bev. You know what I'm saying? They brought all these pieces in that speak to an aggressive style, but for some reason, it ain't carried over into a presence to where defense is a priority. And that was, to me, their bread and butter. Brook Lopez was number 2 last year.
The Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he's also, I think, categorically blocking shots. He was 2nd or 3rd or behind Jerry Jack or whatever in block shots. Anyway, my point in saying is that I don't see that same priority in it. I don't see that same passion in it.
Top 4 last year, they're number 19 this year.
See,
that's
what I'm
defense,
saying.
that ain't good enough.
Night and day
Not in the East. Now, the East, if you have a defensive presence in the East, matter of fact, in the whole goddamn league, I don't even care. It kind of reflects. Look at Minnesota. Look at some of the top tier teams up there. Denver. They're consistent with the defensive presence. Orlando.
Nobody talking about them on defense. They top 5 defense.
Yeah, I give them that.
That's why they at where they at.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying this to say that you can't be the number 2 team in the Eastern Conference and not have a defensive presence. So at some point, they lost it. So I'm telling you, man, I know you down on them, man. I'm telling you, it's only one way up. I'm telling you. When you got a wounded animals, the Suns and the Bucks are in show me now.
I just don't got them getting out the first round.
You don't?
If they got to see Miami the way it is right now, if they got to see Miami or Philadelphia, Embiid look like he getting his legs back. I just don't think the way they've been playing, they're going to get by him. I don't know. I don't know if they can push a button. They got experience. They still got a core there. You got guys that's been deep in the playoffs, but there's something about them. I'm more confident in the Knicks than them.
Why?
I mean, I'm just saying they play with a grit. They got an identity. Miami, they got an identity. You know what I'm saying? These is teams that's lower seeds than y'all. How are we talking about a number 2 team in the East and we don't know what their identity is?
Well, the league is like the NASDAQ. It's up and down. And, I'm sure, 3-4 weeks ago, the Bucks was playing at a whole nother clip with a whole nother schedule, right? Playing a whole nother right? I'm just making a point to say that.
They barely 500 since
the All-Star joint. I got that.
Yeah.
Since Doc Rivers.
Okay, so what I've learned with just watching Miami's run last year is that you can't put no hope in the regular season. So I'm just saying, I'm giving them hope that when they get it, Lord, you only got one place to go. Man, bro, and it ain't no easy wins in the playoffs, bro. Everybody you're gonna play everybody's best. You brought
up Miami though. Look, you brought up Miami, right?
Yeah, you're right. Pete, I'm not even going to get your point. I see what you're saying. That's a hard
That's a different type
going
of
into
dog.
with this kind of momentum.
That's a different type of dog.
It is.
Miami's a different type of
playoff dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a different type of dog in Milwaukee. So that didn't shock me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure Miami got that type of dog.
I'm saying, you don't think Milwaukee
got
that type of dog.
Yeah, no.
I think that they have the potential to turn this around, bro. They got the pieces. Now it's about your doing. You got to make defense a priority, though. If you don't do that, then we sitting here saying it. Man, I think Milwaukee's going to get it together, man. I don't think that they're that big of a pushover, man.
Why you think that? What you so sold on
because
them? What have
know
you
why?
seen from them?
Because you got the pieces over there to be what you need to be in
But
this
they ain't
shit.
put together no consistent run.
I got it. I got it.
They ain't showed that they can beat the teams that they supposed to beat. So all of a sudden they can just push a button
I ain't say
and
push
think
a
they
button.
can really beat a gritty team in a 7-game series. All of a sudden they got tough. All of a sudden,
I do know playoffs are different.
absolutely.
So
But
when we
you
go to
know this
play-
as well as I know this.
go
You
to the-
can't just turn it on.
I'm not talking about just turning it on, but I do know that when we go to the playoffs versus this week, I gotta strategize for 3 teams. This week alone, I gotta get ready for 3 teams. Then the season's over. When the playoffs start, guess what? I got one book here. I gotta know 3, 4 guys. I gotta know 6, 7 things about these 3, 4 guys, and that's all it is. This is my new priority. So I do know that however your season go, once the playoffs start, it's a different focus. It's a different lock-in. It's a different priority. So guess what? And you're back against the wall. Man, Milwaukee might be without Giannis, and then if they do got him, he's not gonna be one hundo. That's what I'm saying. So guess what? You ain't got no choice. And then you got Pat Bev over here. You got Dame Lillard. You got Bobby Portis over here. You got Brook Lopez over here. You got Middleton over here. Man, you got pieces where you can still win.
They back gonna be against one of them beach chairs in a couple weeks.
All right. I mean, let's see it.
On
Let's
the
see it,
sand,
man.
on the
Let's see it.
sand, on the sand.
You just can't show up. I know that.
On the
I know
sand.
Philly just can't show up and think the bus gonna be sweet. I know the Clippers, when they see the Suns again, I hope they ain't thinking this boy gonna shoot 1 for 11 again. Yeah, all right. Get the out of here with that, man. That was yesterday.
Man, you rolling
man.
with the I can't wait
I'm
till this
rolling with
series
the
over.
potential of what they have. If I'm in that locker room, if I'm Pat Bev, man, look, right, we turn this into some, hey, look.
You're gonna have to fly to Milwaukee and be in the locker room and get him a pep talk.
Nah, bro, I'm saying.
that ain't happening.
Same thing, bro. I gotta think there's championship pedigree in here. These won it before, bro. Same thing in Phoenix. You think KD ain't stand up, say something? You don't think somebody ain't saying nothing? Nah, ain't nobody just sitting in the room, bro, just, getting dressed
what
and
it
then
look
we
like.
out of here.
That's what it look
I
like.
get it. You can do that because that's what, the results say. I'm talking
what it
about
look
when you
like.
come in here and them doors closed, ain't no cameras in here and it's just us.
When I hear Doc say we ain't hold each other accountable or things like
Yeah, I get it. This is just hopeful. So I'm just talking, P. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it, but like when the coach is saying this to the press, wait, what was it? What was the word he
said,
used?
I
What
saw
it,
that.
it was like
saw
they not holding each other responsible or something like that. Like they not showing no discipline. It's just so much when the coach had to go in front of the camera and say the things that Doc said. What that say about the team? Because usually that stuff you gonna keep in house.
But I also know Doc has his little ways of being able to activate. I know he got his little mental games that he plays with the team that pushes you, that's got to be self-motivating, that get you to, respond or at least activate, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, those are real guys over there and real competitors over there. I don't think that if your coach come out and say something about you, you just taking it on the chin or some of them guys, you know what I'm saying? Some of them guys had a problem with that. Some of them guys felt a certain way. Now you got to translate that over into the court and over into wins and losses. That's really what it is. They got to have a presence, man. They got to have a defensive presence. If they had a defensive presence, we wouldn't even be sitting here talking about this.
Yeah, all right.
I'm being dead eyes. You can't be number 2 in the East and not have a defensive presence at some point. That don't even add up.
They ain't got it.
That's catching up, though. They got one way to go, man.
They
Listen,
ain't got it.
they do. I'm telling you. These guys just won this 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago, they was champions. You just saw them. Nah, bro. Nah. Hell no. Nah, they competitors over there.